Hey, 7th graders, this is Lesson 7, Session 2, which starts on page 141, and we're doing something I really enjoy today. We are doing addition with negative integers, and I like this because it reminds me of shopping. So, just to review what an integer is, it's a number. That's not a fraction or decimal. That's it. It's any whole number that's negative or positive. So -1, 273, -4, any whole number that is negative or positive. No fractions or decimals are allowed in this lesson. That's what an integer is. So they jump straight into a model it with this one. No, try it. So it says model it adding a positive and negative integer. For number 1, it says, on the first play, Angels football team gained, and I'll use, just like they're using the orange or positive, they gained 5 yards from their starting position. On the second play, they lose 7 yards. To find where the team is relative to the starting position, we're going to just combine +5 and -7. I really like using what are called integer chips, which use usually orange for the positive. I'll keep using orange for the positive for consistency, and red for the negative. If you don't have integer chips, all you have to do is keep your pencil and draw pluses and minuses. But we have integer chips on our paper, so we're just going to use those. Okay, so my question for you now is, what is 1 minus 1? It's 0. So we're circling all of the, it says circle all the 0 pairs. So this makes 0, this makes 0, this makes 0, this makes 0, and this makes 0. +1, 1 positive, 1 negative is 0. So all of these cancel out to zeros. What is the value of the remaining chips? -2. I have 2 negatives left. After the second play, D right here says after the second play, where is Angels team relative to its starting position? They are back by 2 yards. They're 2 yards down from where they were. Alright, same thing, but instead of integer chips, they're using a number line. So we're just going to start at +5. Because, you know, that's where it starts in the problem. Start at +5, and we're going to go back by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What number did we land at? Still -2. That's not going to change. Alright. Here's some more to try. The football team loses 5 yards from its starting position, then loses another 2 yards. So this is adding to negative numbers this time. This model shows 5 negatives and 2 negatives. Why aren't there any 0 pairs? Why are there no 0 pairs that you can circle here? What's missing? That's right, there's no positives. You can't have a +1, there's no +1 and -1 to make 0. They're all negatives. So what is the value of the chips? The value is -7. I have 7 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 negatives. And what does the sum mean? -7 yards. They're back 7 yards now. And here is that same model where we are starting at -5. They lost, but first they lost 5, so we're at -5, and they're going to lose 2 more. So we end at -7. So basically, if you have 2 negative numbers, they're just adding them, but with a negative sign at the end. Number 5 here, we're connecting it now. How is the sum blue? Positive 2 plus negative 3 using integer chips, similar to find the sum positive 2 plus negative 3 using a number line, and how is it different? Okay, how is it similar and how is it different? The two methods. Well, okay, let's see. They both are the same equation with the same answer, or same expression. The equation has an equal sign. I guess they didn't give us an equal sign. They're both the same expression with the same answer, aka sum. The integer chips let us eliminate pairs of positive and negative. And then what does the number line do differently? But the number line uses positive and negative direction. And the sum is the endpoint, but I won't put that part. Okay, and oh, last one already. Goodness sakes. A football team loses 6 yards on their first play. They gain 8 yards on the next play. So let's use a model to find the sum of negative 6 and 8. My personal choice. I like to do the integer chips, but you don't probably have chips, so I'm just going to put 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to draw the circles if you don't want to, but you can. And 8 positives. You can probably already see where this is going, huh? Now I'm going to, they said to circle the 0 pairs. I like to cross them out because I'm getting rid of them. A negative and a positive is nothing. A negative and a positive is nothing. What is left over? Positive 2. What does the sum mean in this situation? They gained 2 yards. Because we're still talking about football. Alright. Remember to use your tools to model, use number lines, use integer chips, use pluses and minuses, whichever you prefer. Good luck.